Good morning. Welcome to another episode of El Jefe versus Time. This morning, we're gonna go out on the El Jefe 5K Fun Run race course. This is an annual run that we put together for our friends and family and a way to raise some money and awareness for the Alzheimer's Association. So we'll go through the course today. Hopefully, if you are running the El Jefe, that you're doing your training. We're about 2 weeks away from the race. Generally good before you run to do 5 or 10 minutes of some warm-ups and stretching. Just get your body moving before you hit the course. We'll stop at various intervals, kind of let people know how we're doing, and we'll go from there. So we'll see you out on the course. All right, so we're just doing the initial warm-up here. So it's good when you start to run that you just go at a slower pace. Get your body warmed up for 5 minutes or so. Generally with running races as well, and running in general, there's a concept of negative splits where you start off slower and progressively increase your speed. And you'll find that if you do that, by the end of the run, you'll actually feel like you have more in the tank. More to go. So right now we're just doing our warm-up, and we're actually just heading right here on the first turn of the El Jefe 5K. So we'll be careful when we cross the street, make the turn, and continue our warm-up. All right, so we'll be back in just a little bit. All right, just finishing up our warm-up, about 5 minutes in. The El Jefe race course is nice and flat, so good for training and building up that endurance and strength if you're looking to take your running past a 5K distance. Trying out the new El Jefe selfie stick today, so you might notice that I'm struggling with it quite a bit. All right, so as you're kind of past the warm-up, you might think about doing maybe some quick intervals. So if you want to speed up, maybe for 30 seconds, slow down, rest for a minute, speed up for 30 seconds, slow down. Generally go from like your warm-up pace, maybe to your 5K pace, come back down to the warm-up pace. Okay, we're at mile 1. So right now you should be nice and warmed up. So your body should be into that running mode, into that 5K race pace mode. So for those new to running, stick to this pace for the first mile and have a nice conversational pace, meaning you can speak without getting too out of breath. That's basically the pace that we're looking for. For those more advanced, you might want to start picking it up a little bit right now. Maybe continue with those intervals, or try to pick things up knowing that each mile you're going to want to increase that pace. As I said earlier, it's a nice flat course. You can try a lot of different things with your running. Maybe you have music. That's another great way to keep yourself going, get yourself motivated as you're doing the run. We just passed the halfway mark. So again, for the beginning runners, keep your same pace, your conversational pace. If you feel like you can go a little bit faster, do it, but your goal is to finish and to finish strong. So I would probably keep it to a pace that feels comfortable. For those more advanced runners, now's the time definitely to see if you can increase that pace. All right, we entering the home stretch of the 5K. A 5K is just a tad over 3.1 miles. And we're just kind of at mile just 2.8 right now. So this year at the El Jefe, we are having a pancake breakfast. So you have that to look forward to and some coffee. All right, we have finished just up here, our 0.1 miles, the 5K. Good job this morning. You should feel good now that you've accomplished your workout. Just to recap, so do some stretching before your run, get your body loose. As you're running the miles, and it really doesn't matter if it's a 5K, 10K or longer, try out the negative splits, so go a little bit slower in the beginning and progressively bring yourself to a faster speed if you can. Try out the intervals as well, so pick up the pace for a certain period of time, 30 seconds. Sometimes you can do it longer for a minute if you want to push yourself, and then bring it back down for a commensurate rest time, either 30 seconds, a minute, or a little bit longer. After every time you work out, it's always good to have a little bit of a cool down time, so 5 minutes, 10 minutes, stretch, walk around, get some water. All right, well, thank you for joining me this morning on the El Jefe 5K Fun Run, and we'll see you out there.